So right now, what we're seeing in terms of XRP and many other assets in the crypto market is exactly what we talked about: this consolidation, the sideways trading, basically this loading up for the next leg in the crypto market. There are periods of cool down when you go through these big explosions. Now, what I will say is this is happening for a very specific reason in the crypto market right now, and I want to talk about that with you guys. But at the same time, we're seeing some very promising signs from exchange flows that have the last several times led to nice extensions in price for XRP. Are we about to see that again? I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this sideways trading has been taking place over the last few days. Obviously, we had a nice surge, nice push up to about 290 again yesterday, but we've dealt with just sideways chop chop chop, and then actually over the last hour we saw a pretty sizable pullback in XRP and other assets. There's a lot of red that's not showing here yet, but most assets have pulled back and dropped. And the reason why is BTC is still kind of setting the sentiment and still setting the direction. There's still high correlation with assets versus BTC right now, but most assets are just, they're moving faster than BTC. XRP has been significantly outpacing what BTC is doing. Now, unfortunately, you guys can see that we've had a couple red days in terms of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, although it's tried to make some pushes to the upside and get back into some of this short interest that's sitting just above here, frankly, short interest that could lead us on a push towards 100K, we're also at the same time seeing a bunch of long interest fill in below here. And these are huge long positions. And unfortunately, market makers can push these assets to both sides of this. We got into some short liquidations in the early hours of the morning, and then we've gotten into some of these long liquidations in the basically late hours of the morning. Right now it's 11 p.m. I'm sorry, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You guys can see that right at about 10 a.m. So over the last hour, that's when we started working down into some of these longs. So XRP prices pulled back. Obviously, it was up in the $2.50 range. This is not an uncommon thing. It's not a big red flag or anything like that. And what you're still seeing is some profit taking. You're still seeing record highs in terms of whale activity. This is not a surprising thing, but we have seen a pretty big change in what holder sentiment is doing. And what I mean by that is we have seen, again, a lot of profit taking. We've seen a lot of people sending XRP to exchanges to unload. But now, over the last several days here, we're seeing some pretty significant removals of supply from exchanges. So this is a very important thing because we've seen some ebbs and flows as of late. Obviously, as XRP price got running, we saw some periods where we'd see inflows and then we would flip because you have more long-term holders accumulating at that point, and you'd see the outflows on the rise. Then you'd see the inflows on the rise, outflows on the rise, inflows on the rise, outflows on the rise. And the interesting thing about this is every time we've seen a shift to where we're seeing outflows, it was a period of consolidation. So for example, if we actually take a look back here at the 16th of November and we look at XRP price, you guys can see that we got into a period of sideways trading, period of consolidation, right? And then as soon as there was enough supply removed from exchanges, the people had gotten what they want at those levels, get into the 22nd, and then price takes off. It starts running again. The next leg of XRP begins. And actually, this is right about the time where you started seeing some inflows back to exchanges, right? People taking profits. And then again, we got into a period of sideways trading. It began on the 22nd. You guys can see 22nd is right when we started consolidating again. Sideways trading, people removing supply from exchanges, buying for the long term. And then right at about the 28th of November is when we started to see the inflows take place again. And this is about where we saw XRP price start running. Hopefully people are sensing a very consistent theme here. And now here we sit on the not even the 20th, December 4th. All right, seeing a very similar trend here where on the 2nd, we had $93 million worth of outflows in terms of XRP. We had 8.4 million, and this candle will finish. I believe I'm not sure what time this closes, but this is still an ongoing candle for the day. But you can see we are now having days of consolidation. At the same time, we're having removal of supply from exchanges. So there is a high correlation here currently between these two things. And what this is leading me to believe is that we're going to have, again, these maybe few days of sideways trading. Maybe it lasts longer, maybe it doesn't. And then basically that load up and launch in terms of price. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And, we could obviously have surprises in the market. Maybe BTC flips around, runs to 100K over the course of like a couple hours. We've seen that before. But what we're just kind of waiting for is just the market to find its direction. We're trying to decide how aggressively we're going to take a stab at 100K. I don't think this is like earlier this year where we set a new all-time high and then, it took basically from March until, what was that? September, October for us to really get back to those levels. November. November is when we went back and finally broke those levels once again. But you guys get the point. We're in alt season. We're at a lot higher times of excitement, even though we're seeing some red in the markets, even though we're seeing a little bit of consolidation. This is a normal thing. The overall sentiment, the overall searches, the overall optics outside the space, those are still extremely high. And not to mention, we may be having that RLUSD launch today too. That would be a very big deal as well. So a couple things to pay attention to. We have some very exciting times ahead for the crypto market. Don't be shaken out of your position before really everything begins to wake up. So appreciate you guys as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.